Hey everyone, and welcome to the channel. So today we get to take a look at the 2025 BMW 530i. This model is finished off in oxide gray metallic. The MSRP is just over $70,000. We have a lot to go over for this sedan, and we'll start off with what this model is powered by, which is the 2-liter inline 4-cylinder turbocharged engine. It's paired to both the 48-volt hybrid system along with the 8-speed automatic, and this pumps out 255 horsepower, 295 pound-feet of torque. Sent to the rear wheels, it will propel this nearly 4,000-pound sedan from 0 to 60 in 5.9 seconds with a top speed of 155 miles an hour. Now for this particular model, there's a lot of gloss black. You'll also notice too the ambient lighting that surrounds the entire exterior here. Really cool to see that at night. There's a camera, the sensor for distance pacing, even active grille shutters. So those will open to provide additional cooling. Very nice set of housings for all the LEDs up front. Plenty of cutouts in the lower section as well as both edges. And then look at all of the contoured lines for the entire lower section. Gives it a great look, along with the 4 lines that split off from the grille. Now this model also has a really nice set of 2-tone wheels with the blue M Sport brakes. There's gloss black for the lower side skirt there. It's also on all of the window trim. There's the power folding side mirrors with the camera and turn signal, full moonroof up top as well. And then the flush design for those door handles, which give it a great look. There's also more gloss black for the spoiler, dark housings for the LEDs in back, all the parking sensors, as well as the gloss black there. Now you do have remote start, so you can use the key fob to do that operation. You can also use the key fob to open up the power trunk, where you have a good bit of space. There's no storage underneath the floor, but there's storage bins on both sides, and then you have handles up top to fold down the back seats. So if you need a little bit more storage, you can do that, and then you have the controls up top to close and lock the vehicle as well. Now you can't unlock it from the back, so you do have to grab either that handle or use the key fob. There might be a setting to do that if needed. But take a look at this interior. This is a color I've never heard of. It's called Esper Brown, and I think it looks great, especially with this exterior. So we have that 2-tone design, brushed aluminum accents, Harman Kardon for the audio, a little bit of storage down below. And then at 5'10", I have a good bit of space. Now you can attach some tablets, you can charge them too. We have some air vents, auxiliaries, a little bit of storage. And then there's the armrest with 2 cup holders, and you can even fold this seat down individually. So if you need a little bit more practicality and space. I have about 1 inch or so of headroom. So for its size, it's not bad for adults in the back. Up front, there's the memory seating adjustments along with lock and unlock. You have your window, side mirror adjustments, trunk release as well. And then all the adjustments for these seats, which have a great look to them. There's also the leg support that you can adjust as needed. For the 25-year model, flat bottom design for the M steering wheel, along with the paddle shifters. There's cruise control, and then volume. You have Bluetooth, voice commands, and then you have controls to go through the digital gauge cluster. So there's quite a lot of content that you can scroll through, just depending on what you would like to see. You even have the augmented view you can use during the day or at nighttime. And then there's a few different layouts depending on how you want to view this information. And the last one is for the head-up display, where you can go through 4 different settings with all of that information. Now there's some headlight adjustments along with your fan controls. And then with the infotainment system for the home screen, you always have the map, and then all of this info you can scroll through on the left side. You also have shortcuts down below to further get through this info, including the controls down below. So you have shortcuts in that rotary dial to get into your Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, interior lighting. You have all these shortcuts as well, which is nice. You can get into your climates, your nav and music, and then even your heated and ventilated seats and heated steering wheel, as well as the temperature dials. So very easy to view all of that. There's more gloss black with your air vents. And then we have some storage down below, along with ambient lighting inside the cup holders. There's some auxiliaries there. There's also volume and tuning. You have a few different modes too. So this will just change the gauge cluster. You will see the exact diagram that each one of these shows, which is nice. There's also another control here for your driver assistance, as well as a few other features, which is nice. And then you do have a shortcut to the camera system. There's shortcuts that you can get into, as well as all of these different angles and views depending on what you need. You can put the vehicle into drive too to pull up the forward-facing camera as well, which is very helpful. So you have reverse, drive, and sport mode, and then the e-brake is basically park for this model. Engine start stop is in front of that. There's auto hold. You have the split design for the center armrest, as well as the hidden button for the glove box there. Garage door buttons are up top. You have some call buttons, dome lights, and the adjustments for the sunshade and the sunroof there. And then a lot of visibility over at both shoulders here, so it's very easy to see. And in sport mode, second gear, here we go. Nice mild acceleration, we're up to speed. Sounds pretty good too, and the paddles are very responsive. So even though this isn't the higher performance oriented 5 Series, you still get the performance of having those shifts. And again, being in sport mode, it's going to be a little bit quicker, give you a little bit more input than some of the other modes. But this is what it's like to be behind the wheel of the all-new 530. Again, a great sedan for a daily driver. We even have some of the interior lighting. For sport mode, it's red on the driver's side and then blue over on the passenger side. So pretty neat to see some of those, what I'll call gimmicks, but a nice little animation to have. But again, super comfortable. And there's not a whole lot to talk about this car aside from it's a nice, luxurious sedan. So if that is your goal and that's what you're looking to get, this is a perfect option to go with if you're not interested in bumping up to the 540 or getting some more power like that. But for the size of this sedan as well, it's also very maneuverable. So as we make a U-ey here, pretty tight in the steering. So this is going to be great for parking lot situations, things like that. And then if we put it back into the normal drive, it shifts very nicely on its own as well, even in sport mode there. So it's nice with all the features and the creature comforts that you get for this. It would be something that would be great to drive every day. But that is going to wrap it up for the 2025 BMW 530i. Once again, huge shout out to Hendrick BMW Northlake for providing this sedan for me today. Take a look at their website, give this video a huge thumbs up, and consider smashing that subscribe button so you don't miss out on our daily uploads. I will see you all in the next video.